My name is Officer Rick Hanna. I'm with the Columbus Division of Police. I've been employed here for 21 years. Currently, I'm with the Defensive Tactics Unit, and I'm the Community Education Officer. So my job is a lot of different things, from recruit training to our sworn officers here, and then a number of events and training that we do with civilians and other agencies as well.
Okay, so if I want to be a new recruit and I'm about trying to get in here, what are you telling me?
If you're a new recruit, recruit training kind of harps on this as well, but we ask you to show up in shape, okay? Because it's good it's going to last, the 6 months. You're going to get in even better shape, but it's going to be good for injury prevention. This could be a very physically challenging and demanding environment. So first and foremost, we ask you, please show up in shape. We're going to make you even better than you were before. But when you get into this room, there's going to be a lot of physical challenges that you likely have not seen before. The curriculum for recruits is pretty extensive. Our staff, we're used to having the recruits usually 2 times a week on Wednesdays and Fridays for an hour to 2 hours on each training block, depending on what we're doing. So in this room, and then some of the other rooms within this building, the recruits go through extensive ground fighting training, boxing, and we'll do active shooter in some of the other rooms. We'll do our prisoner control, our subject control, all the tools on your tool belt, from your intermediate weapons, which includes your taser as well. But in this room here, in the mat room, it's very physical in the aspect where it's a blend of jiu-jitsu, which is very controlling techniques. Kickboxing, Muay Thai, boxing, all blend together to make the recruit become an officer, being able to take care of themselves or a third party or a defense environment. We're very proud of this facility. What we have here at the Columbus Division of Police, most police departments around the nation do not have. As you can see, we have 2 boxing rings, a lot of equipment, whether it's our bags or our spar pros. We work the perimeter with the recruits. We teach, and then we put them inside the ring. It's kind of our training method. They learn everything out there, then they come into here. We'll teach them everything from we'll start off with how you properly make a fist to throw a punch. And then obviously a lot of it is defense, keeping their chin down, chin tucked, hands up, and how to properly defend themselves from being assaulted. And then if they have to defend themselves or another person, we teach them that. It'll be as simple as throwing a jab all the way to 6 different punch combinations in here. Recruits go through pretty rigorous training in here in the mat room, and then it evolves to they'll actually compete against each other. Recruits that are the same size, same age, same skill level, and they're getting here, and then they have to pass all of that. They have to demonstrate all the techniques. As we always say, it's not a tough man competition, but it is how can you come in here and execute the techniques that we showed you before we put you out on the street so you can defend other people. So what we do here at Columbus Police is we have a number of rooms throughout this building. We call them scenario rooms. And this one, obviously, we're trying to recreate an environment. Okay, we're going to make it as like-minded as possible for the recruit that comes through here. So we'll put role players in here, actors, and then we'll put safety personnel to make sure it's a safe environment. We need to have controlling officers. Recruits will come into a room like this, and we'll just recreate an actual run or an event that happens on the street. It could be a drunken disorderly incident, it could be a domestic violence incident, it could just be your common disturbance. But we put it in a room like this because it's realistic. Because there's barriers everywhere, there's obstacles everywhere, and it gets the recruit to think a little bit more. We are very, very fortunate to have a number of rooms to use, like this one and the other ones here as well. We'll run our active shooter scenarios through this, and again, all of our recruits and officers and other agencies, they'll go through a number of rooms. We have about 6 of them within this facility. This is a Columbus Academy weight room, which gets a lot of use. Since when they first built it, they continued to add more and more equipment, more state-of-the-art equipment for the recruits. sworn officers and even retired officers come in here and work out as well. So in conjunction with the mat room, the basketball courts, and obviously running outside, we get that full body experience of working out. Strength training is a big part of it. It gets a lot of use. We're, as police officers, we always want to look good in our uniforms. It's pressed, we have creases in it, it's clean. Our approach when we talk to citizens, if they see that you're in really, really good shape, the probability of you getting into some kind of a physical incident is lower and lower. But obviously, just wearing all the gear every single day as a police officer can be taxing on your body, sitting in cruisers, the environment outside, it's hot, it's cold. The better in shape you are, the longer your career is going to be, and the officers here take full advantage of this room. It's a simulator. We have screens on 2 different walls here, and then we have projectors that run, and we have a control room over here. And in that control room, there's several computers with software that gives us simulation programs for the officers and recruits. In these simulation programs, we have the use of simulation firearms and tasers, and then we have mace that we bring in here as well. It's all fake, but it works in conjunction with the system. So what we teach officers here repetitively, and recruits and civilians we bring in here, they'll get into a deadly force encounter, and there's a lot of decision making. What level of force will they use? Will they use something as simple as their officer presence, or just having hands-on approach, or do they have to go to their intermediate weapons, whether it be a taser or mace or a baton, or do they have to use deadly force in a situation? Also teaches them to transition from one tool to another, because obviously not every situation is deadly force. This gives them the repetitions as real world as possible. Just like pilots will get into air flight simulators, we have a simulation equipment here that we can give them massive amounts of repetitions so they have better decision making on the street.